Wilhelm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name's Cinderellimouse and we're back playing Baldur's Gate 3. I love this game so much, so I'm super excited to continue playing it with you. Now, if you remember from the last episode, my character is a good aligned drow. Drow are normally quite nasty, so we're going to probably face a little bit of hostility in the world with people who have kind of like a bad thought about what it means to be a drow. But we're actually good. We are working for the goddess Illistery, who is the good patron goddess of the drow. And you know, trying to bring some hope and light to our people. So unfortunately, while we were kind of out exploring the world, we were abducted by a mind flayer ship and inserted with an illithid parasite into our brains, which has made us a little bit temporarily stupid, unfortunately.
As you wake, the tadpole squirms in your skull.
We did make some friends and we managed to survive this experience and navigate our way off this ship. Now, unfortunately, the ship has crashed on this beach. We don't know where we are. We've just woken up. We don't know where our companions are. And that's the situation we find ourselves in. So I'm going to stick my headphones in and we are going to continue playing this game. I love it so much. If you're wondering why she has these marks on her face, she's a dragon sorcerer, so she has some scales on her face, which I absolutely adore. I don't know if I'm going to change her out to be a storm sorcerer, because then she gets flight as a bonus action, which is going to be really useful, but I'll kind of see how I feel because I really do like these marks on her face. So yeah, she's got some dragon blood in her veins, which is where her magic comes from. So she's not like the other drow. She's a special drow. Okay, do I have the right headphones in the right ears? I do. Let's go. So what do we want to do? I feel like we should probably check ourselves for injuries, because we just fell from that nautiloid and we should have hit the beach, and yet something seemed to save us and catch us and keep us afloat for a second before placing us gently on the ground. So yeah, let's just check ourselves over.
Other than the infection, you're more or less intact. A miracle given everything you've been through, but it'll all be for nothing if you don't find help soon. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
So I did give my character a few wrinkles. Now I'm 42, I think this year. I think I'm 42. So yeah, I do have a few wrinkles on my own. So I made her a little bit older. I gave her a few creases, a few lines. Again, she's very experienced. She has some authority in the world, and we love that for her. This is like the mother's playthrough. So yeah, we definitely seem to have crashed the ship. It's not looking good for the Nautiloid right now. I just tried to go into tab mode as though I was playing The Sims, and obviously it didn't work. Let's go and loot this body. Cool. I mean, it might come in use. Hey, she looks familiar. I know her. It's Shadowheart. Let's click on her. Make our way over. Are you okay? Big sister, are you okay? God's favourite princess, are you okay? So you do have the opportunity to try and steal the artifact while she's unconscious. I'm not going to do that. I'm a good person. I'm going to wake her up.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible?
I was hoping you might know that.
I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing.
What? Excuse me. Excuse me. I think she'd be concerned about Lae'zel, so I'm going to say, what happened to our Gith friend? Even though they're not friends.
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us.
She would never! She would never! She's looking for medicine for our wounds. We should look for her. She might be injured or worse.
You're more concerned for her than she is for you, clearly. We need to take care of ourselves. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
I like that basically, you know, you do have a bit of a tutorial going with these opening scenes with Lae'zel and Shadowheart, but it doesn't feel like a tutorial. It feels like gameplay and it feels like character. So Lae'zel and Shadowheart are both quite bossy, and they kind of go, we should get to the helm. We should find, you know, people to help us with our injuries. So like they're telling you what to do in a very bossy way, which, you know, you can take their advice or not. But like I say, I don't like tutorials. I find them kind of bulky, and I always skip them if I have the opportunity. And this doesn't feel like a tutorial to me. It's a tutorial done well. I love the way she says little monsters as well. It's so cute.
Little monsters.
You want to stay together?
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company.
I romanced Shadowhell. Who's she? I romanced Shadowheart on my first playthrough. She's kind of like low-key flirty, and she works miracles on me, I swear. All right, let's get moving.
One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that.
She loves me.
Lead the way.
She loves me. She came to kiss and hug me, my sugar mummy. Okay, we can level up. Okay, there's gonna be a character moment here, guys. Bear with me. What do I want to do first? What I want to do first is give Shadowheart a little bit of a beach makeover, because I love her, but honestly, we're at the beach, okay, and I want to have a different look for her. That hairstyle is going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of maintenance. So I'm just going to adjust Shadowheart slightly. I do have this mod that lets you edit the appearance and respec companions. So I'm just going to go on the mirror. And we're just going to edit her ever so slightly. Again, I don't want to give her any massive changes. This is like a light makeover. I love her so much. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually change her skin tone. Now, the reason I'm doing this is I find her skin tone very pinkish, and I don't really like that pink hue to her skin, and I want something that looks a little bit more normal and natural. So she's currently got cool tone 2. So I'm just going to change this to neutral tone 2, and it just gives her a slightly more realistic skin texture. Now, she is an elf, so you can put, it's fantasy, you can make them whatever skin color you want to, but I think she looks really pretty with a slightly more kind of like tanned realistic skin color. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. If you disagree with my choice, that's absolutely fine. You can customize her or not, as however you want in your game. This is my game and this is what I want her to look like. I'm also going to go ahead and do something with her hair, because although this is an absolute vibe, and we're going to put this back on her later, currently, you know, we're wandering around a bit. When did she have time to do her hair like this? That's what I want to know. So I'm going to change her hair. Give me a minute though, because I've got a lot of choices. That's very cute. So these are all Tav's Hairpack, which is the most popular hair mod, and there's so much choice. That's cute. I like that one, but I'm going to keep looking. So I'm looking for something really simple, you know, really kind of like, oh, we just washed up on a beach and we have a parasite in our brain and we need to get help. Maybe hair is not my priority. Problem is there's so much choice in this pack. I can't. I like things like this on her normally, but she does have a fringe, so I want to keep her fringe. Maybe something like that, like, you know, like she took her plait out, so now her hair's kind of curly. Nicer curls than mine. My hair's floofy today. Maybe something like that works for her quite well. I don't know. I think that's too overly fussy. It's like overly fancy. Oh, there we go. I really like that one. That is perfect. That's exactly right. It's just she shoved it up. I know her hair's quite long normally. Maybe she wears extensions. I don't know. But that's perfect. I like that. It looks really casual, not fussy, because you wouldn't have time to do your hair in that situation. So there we go. That is Shadowheart. Of course, I'm not going to do anything to her eyes. I might make her lips like the tiniest bit glossy. There we go. She's so pretty. I love her so much. There we go. That is my Shadowheart. I'm just going to go ahead and switch her out of our armor as well and give her this cute little swashbuckler shirt. Again, because we're on the beach and this is the look that I want to go for. So I think she looks hot. I think she looks super cute. I love it. Okay. That is it. And then we can level up. Exciting times.
Wish to live in more interesting times.
Okay. Now, if I'm playing with a sorcerer or a wizard, they have some really... a sorcerer, wizard, and cleric have some really good high-level spells. So I really want to get them all up to at least 11. So I'm not necessarily going to be multi-classing Shadowheart, my character Cordia, or another character who we're going to meet in a little while, who happens to be a wizard. But I am just going to take 1 point, because as long as I get them up to level 11, I'm happy. Level 12 I'm not so fussy about, because it doesn't actually even give you an extra spell slot. So because my character is a drow and she is a cleric, like she's following Illistery, I want to give her 1 level of cleric and have her deity be Illistery. Where is she? There she is. Illistery is the goddess of good aligned drow, beauty, song and freedom. The Dark Maiden desires balance between all races and struggles against her mother's I wanted to say it like that. Her mother Lolth's corrupting aims. Yeah, this is perfect for my character basically. And we get some more cantrips. Now I'm definitely going to go for Sacred Flame. That is very useful. We definitely want to try and get anything that is going to deliver radiant damage. There are a lot of like undead, ghouls and scary things in the game, and radiant damage normally does double damage against them. So radiant damage is a big win. Definitely pick that up if you can. Guidance is also very helpful, because it means that you get advantage on certain rolls, although I do like to get guidance off my wife's Shadowheart, so I don't know, I'm gonna take it, it's useful. And then we have resistance. Make a target more resistant to spell effects and conditions. It receives a 1d4 bonus to saving throws. Very useful. That's an action though. Oh, I wish I could take something that was like a bonus action. I don't know if I'm ever going to use that. If that was a bonus action, I would use it all the time. But as an action, I don't know if I'm going to use it. I'll keep it anyway. And then we can also prepare some more spells. Oh, we get to also subclass and choose which domain we want to pick from. Now, like we do have Shadowheart, who is a cleric of the trickery domain, so I don't want to pick that. I also don't really want to pick the life domain because I link that kind of to necromancy a little bit, some necromancy spells, which I also want to use for Shadowheart at some point. So I don't want to kind of encroach on her things. Do you know what? I might go for the nature domain because it gives me some really useful spells like speak with the animals from the kind of like druid subclass. So since I'm not a druid, it would be really helpful to have things like speak with animals that I can do kind of like at any point. I'm going to pick that. I want to talk to all the animals in the game. That's what I'm going to pick. You also get a cantrip, which looks like... Oh no, we get to pick. I want Thorn Whip. I'm never going to use Sheilai. I'm never going to use that. So I'm going to pick Thorn Whip, just because it sounds fun. Light could come in useful, produce flame, but I can already firebolt, so it's not going to be that helpful. I'm excited. Okay, I'm super excited. And then it gives us speak with animals and animal friendship. I'm so excited about that. We can also pick some more spells. There's so many spells we're getting just by multi-classing. I like to min-max characters, which you're definitely going to see as we kind of like keep playing. Like, especially my like melee fighters, I really like to multi-class to kind of like min-max them. So yeah, we'll do more of this in the future, but for now I'm just so excited. Let's just get rid of all these. I don't think I want to go for Guiding Bolt. Now it does a lot of damage, but based on playing Shadowheart it tends to like miss a lot, so I don't think I want that. I think I do want Inflict Wounds because it can do up to 30 damage, which is so overpowered, so I think I will take that. And then like bonus actions can come in really useful. So Sanctuary is a bonus action. I can protect other people from being attacked, which again, if you're trying to keep like NPCs alive, very helpful. It might also be helpful to have something like Healing Word. So there's 2 healing spells you can choose, Cure Wounds or Healing Word. Cure Wounds does a little bit of extra healing, but Healing Word you can do from a distance. So if you're in a fight and one of your team members goes down or is really badly hurt, you can just speak a magic word and they can heal, and like even if they've been hit and they're down, they can get back up again. So Healing Word is actually super duper useful. I think that is what I'm going to take. We can also do Shield of Faith as a bonus action, but I think Sanctuary is just going to take the edge on that one. So that is what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I am now a cleric of Listery and I am so proud. I am such a good such a good drow. Okay, except look at my girl. She's so cute. I wish I could make her head like darker though. I don't know. I might play around with her hair some more. Okay, so again, it's important to me to get Shadowheart up to level 11 as quickly as I can because she's going to get some really good spells. So yeah, I'm just going to carry on classing her up. Unfortunately, because she was already a cleric, I don't get to pick who she's a cleric of, and I don't get to pick which domain, so she is stuck in the trickery domain. And you can see over here she's actually, spoiler alert, she's a cleric of Shar, which I'm going to kind of move on from. Prepare spells. We'll find out more about that later. I don't want to spoil it. So do I want to switch out any of her spells? I think I probably do want Sanctuary. But I do like to use Shadowheart for healing. Shield of Faith is good for like if we have like a sorcerer or a wizard or somebody who's like a bit light on armor. Like Sanctuary. I'm gonna stick with what she has. Again, Guiding Bolt is great when it hits, not so great when it misses, but we can take that chance sometimes. With that, I'm just gonna go with that. There we go. Like Shadowheart straightforward leveling up. All right, Shadowheart, are you ready to go? Should we go and check out this beach?
Something the matter?
What's the story with that odd little artifact you have?
There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it.
She's a little bit secretive. She needs to warm up to us before she starts sharing too much. So I'm going to say, what do you think of all that's happened to us so far?
We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly?
You must have some thoughts about our little stowaways.
Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. We've no solid leads right now, though. We'd best get hunting. If you discover anything that might help us, I'm all ears.
She is as well. She's got a cute little pointy ears. What will you do if we actually manage to remove the tadpoles?
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
No reason for us not to stay together if we get on well.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible.
Baldur's Gate? What a coincidence. I'm from there too, sometimes, when I'm not being a drow. Family, friend, a lover. Because she's secretive, I don't want to push too hard. I'm going to say, seems personal. I won't pry if it's not something you want to talk about.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation.
She'll tell us later. How am I holding up on you? I love that we can just float with her. Like the beach is like on fire around us, and like we're just like rizzing her up. How am I holding up in your estimations?
I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises?
She loves me, she wants to kiss and hug me, my sugar mummy. Okay, cool, nice. I'm just gonna quickly just check my graphics. Just to make sure that I don't have to set them per save. Yeah, no, it's fine. They are as they should be. If we're going to be travelling together, we should get to know each other a little more.
Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think?
I love her. You don't want to talk about yourself?
I should hope not. Have you ever heard the people who want to talk about themselves? I'm doing you a favour.
Maybe I'd like to get to know you better. I'm not going to press her. If you're not comfortable, I won't press you.
Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Okay, let's go. Right, what can we find here on this beach? I'm sorry, my graphics, you're going to see my graphics are sometimes amazing looking and sometimes they're a little bit I've done the best I can. If you've got any tips on that, let me know. I've currently got shadows all the way down, which apparently makes a big difference. And I do have a NVIDIA graphics card, which I've tried to set everything as best as I can. I've looked at some tips online, but still, I do feel like it seems to be something with the lighting. Like this kind of like bright daylight seems to just make everybody look awful. Like the textures look so over, like, I don't know, unrealistic and yucky, but then you get some lighting in the game where it, like, everybody looks incredible. So, like, mood lighting. So, like, yeah, do let me know, kind of, if you've got any tips for the lighting. Okay, let's read this book. When it comes to books, I think I'm just going to, like, flash everything up on the screen and you can pause it and read it if you want to. Shanties of the Bitch Queen.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
So there you go, that is talking, I believe, about Umberlee, which I think I misunderstood that. I thought it was the Spider Queen last time I did the playthrough. Water, you get a lot of water in the game. You don't always want to pick it up, it's heavy, it is going to encumber you, but a little bit can be strategically helpful. For example, if there's fires you want to put out and you don't have any water spells or ice spells. So I'm going to take a few of these. I'm also actually going to take the backpack because, again, it's helpful to me to be able to kind of like sort my inventory into different backpacks. I might take the book as well, just to kind of like sell later. I don't think I want to take the buckets of fish. Let's check this guy here. He has this perfumed letter, which I now realise I don't have to put all these in my inventory. I can just click on them and read them from their inventory. Now, this is really sad. It says, Sigh, I love you. There I said it. And if you meet me tomorrow, I'll say it again and again, and I'll keep on saying it until we're old and grey. It's so sweet. This game really plucks at my heartstrings. So let's do it. Let's go to Baldur's Gate. I know it's risky, but so is staying here. The last few months have been hard, but they're always a little easier when you're there. Leave your boat and meet me at the hill overlooking the old bridge. Bring whatever you can carry. We'll make do without the rest. Don't be late. Love, Anna. I wonder if we find Anna. Like, this is why I always try and read everything in the game, because there's so much like continuity. I don't know how to say that word. Continuity. Like, you could read something like this and then it's like you actually meet the character in Act 3, and so like reading everything is important. Even if you don't actually literally read it and you just click on it, like it still activates stuff in the future. So definitely worth clicking on all the things. I am a click on all the things person, but I'm going to try and skip a lot of it so it's not boring for you. Okay. But yeah, top tip, click on everything. Even like, there can be like some really cool secret items that you would totally miss because you'd be like, oh, that's just a random barrel. And then there could be like a really good like magic item in it. So yeah, clicking on all the things, do it. It's worth it. This is why I've got so many hours in this game, because I do just click on everything. It's really sad. Like, all these people are just like fishermen, and like they've all been hurt by the Nautiloid crashing. I feel bad. I feel guilty. So it's giving us lots of like trap disarming kits and things like that. Okay, so we found our first waypoint, which is going to be super handy for like fast traveling around the map. Good to know. Okay, there's this building here. Perhaps we should try and get in it and see if we can get any help.
Won't get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
Okay, I guess we'll keep looking then. This is a bit creepy because we're going back into the shell of the Nautilus ship that we crashed on earlier. So let's just be a little bit cautious. Maybe we want to like toggle group hide and just creep forward. Yeah, can you see all these like red bits? There he is. So when you go into like sneak mode, hide mode, if you can see kind of where people are looking, especially like enemies. So we could technically just sneak past these people. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Oh, hiding failed. They've seen me. Oh, Shadowheart has hiding successful though. You know what? Shadowheart has a really useful spell because she's in the trickery domain. She actually has pass without trace. Let me just find it. Where is it there? Oh, she doesn't have it yet. She hasn't got it yet. I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
That ends not as bad as it could have.
Okay, let's go and have a quick look down here.
Anything
there's just a couple more things to click on down this way that we've not checked yet. Wow, they had 20 gold. They had so much gold.
What's hiding here?
She's still creeping around. Okay, do you know what? Shadowheart. Let's ungroup a second. You stay back there. I'm going to go and check this place out. I'm going to see if they're friendly. Maybe it's us. Maybe it's Kitty, you know? Intellect Devour. Can I creep up on that? Ah, nothing. Okay, can I get up here? Like, I'll try and get some high ground. Yeah, this isn't too bad. So...
Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Okay, so there's 3 of them currently. That is fine. At least I rolled high on the initiative and I get to go first. I am going to go ahead and... How much health do they have? 15 health? Right, so there's one there. There's one there and there's one there. They're all slightly damaged already. They're not at full health. I think what I'm going to do is... Witch Bolt's handy. Can you see if I hover over them, the red? That means they're definitely aggressive. Like, there's no chance of making friends with them currently. I could magic missile. Can I hit all of them? No, but they're at quite a distance. I've got Witch Bolt as well. What do I want to do? Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's use Witch Bolt. Now, the good thing about Witch Bolt is it actually stays active. I don't have to recast it, but every time it's my turn as an action, I can like put another jolt through it. So as long as that jolt doesn't get broken, I can keep injuring that one on my next turn. Okay, is there anything else I want to do as a bonus action? Not currently. I'm just going to try and get some distance and get back there. Okay, that is what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to let them all come a bit closer. Oh, I could have hit that and it would have blown him up because of the liquid. Okay, come closer. This is what I want. This is what I want. This is actually my plan. It's Shadowheart.
Whatever comes,
I love, like, I like tactics. I like the turn-based tactics of this game. So, yeah, this is a lot of fun for me. Right, Shadowheart could take this one. Oh, she's in combat. Oops. I was hoping that I could get a shot off before they saw her. Okay. This is fine. I'm just going to hit this one again with my lightning bolt. I'm sorry, I'll try and get a better angle. I'm just going to hit this one again with my lightning bolt. So over here, I can just activate Witch Bolt again. Oh, it only did 1 damage? Wow. Wow, I see how it is, game. Wow, okay. I'm just going to go over here then because I don't think they can jump up. I think they have to come round. So I'm going to get some more distance. He's going after my wife. No, not Shadowheart. At least he didn't hit her. See, this is why it's good to use your movement speed to get some more distance. So they're not getting close enough to me, even with dash. And they're using dash as their action, which means that they can't hit me because they used dash. Okay. Why didn't Shadowheart get a turn? What is going on? Excuse me. Why didn't Shadowheart get a turn? Was she surprised?
Sometimes the only way out is through.
That was a bit rude.
Let's go.
Okay. Well, activate Witch Bolt again, I guess. And well, I don't know. Actually, do you know what? I think Shadowheart's got that one covered. So I'm going to go for one of these ones now. So I'm going to go. It's got 10 hit points. This one's got 9. I haven't got any spell slots left. In that case, I am going to Witch Bolt. He didn't die. What a waste! Oh my god. This is not going well for me. Let's get some more movement on these so they can't hit me. Can I jump across there? No, I can't. I'm not strong enough. I can't do big jumps. I can get there though. And then maybe like run up a bit. Okay. No. They missed. It's fine. Are they all going to go after her now? Oh no. But she's quite far away, so they're all using dash as their action. Oh, that one's coming after me. Okay, that's fine. Divide and conquer. Shadowheart's actually getting a turn. Amazing. Okay, she can hit quite hard. She actually, as a cleric, she can wear good armor and she can use a lot of kind of military weapons. I don't understand why. But she can use her mace. He only has 3 hit points. Whack him. Get him, Shadowheart. Look at my wife go. She's amazing. We love her. Okay, get his brain. He hasn't got a brain. Same. Oh, I know that feeling. And then she can actually... Do you know what? She's okay. I'm going to have her stand her ground and let this one come to... Actually, do you know what? Get a little bit more distance. And then he has to use his dash and he can't attack. Okay. We want to get this one here. I am probably going to go with a good old-fashioned firebolt. Amazing. We did like 9 damage on that. That was great.
No traps, please.
Okay, we're just going to head back over there and help Shadowheart if she needs it. I don't think she's going to need it. I think she's got this. He's got 10. Oh, she can't do 10. She's got inflict wounds. We're inflicting wounds on this guy. Amazing. Amazing. We love it. Okay. Shadowheart, check that brain.
Whatever it takes.
He's got a brain. We're going to take it. It's going to give us an elixir of psychic resistance. So it's just going to come in really handy later. Cool. Okay.
No time to rest.
Come back to me, waifu. Let's see what there is to check out in this room. There's an Elithid up here, so we'll go and get... Sorry, a Mind Flayer up here, so we're going to go and get him. And they always have really cool stuff on them. I don't think I'm going to use those bulbs, but they are kind of like useful to sell, you know. This guy's got some cool stuff on him. Some camp supplies. We'll take it. You need camp supplies for like if you're going on a long rest. There's also a chest up here. Ooh, serpent fang toxin. So that is gonna, like, if we dip our weapon, it's gonna deal extra damage. Cool. And another mind flayer. Oh, and he's got a potion of speed. Right, I misunderstood the potion of speed. Let me read this. Gain an extra action. I've been playing this game for so long, and I don't know why I assumed the potion of speed would double your movement speed, and I don't think I've ever sat down and like properly read what it does, but it gives you an extra action. That is incredible. That is so useful. So that means you can like hit twice on your turn. How did I not know that? Potion of speeds are everything. Yes, give me it. Okay, I'm gonna drink some coffee. I'm excited. Okay, I think I want to go this way next. Let's check that brain. Okay. Some stuff over here. A violin. I mean, I am not a trained musician. I am not a trained musician, but cool. Does that give me like the class action to play the violin?
I'm ready. Still alive, so that's progress.
Perform. I mean, I guess this means I'm a bard now, so let's do bard dance. Poor performance. What do you think, Shadowheart? Am I good? Do I have a future as a bard? Should I multi-class? Any thoughts? No? She's just tolerating me. She's just putting up with my BS, basically. How about this one?
Anything of use?
Nope.
How much further
Okay.
can I go?
Is there anything else that I can pick up on? If you press Alt, it'll show you if anything's like hiding. Recipe of murgrass, handy. Another little detail to notice as well is, can you see how her legs have kind of gone a little bit red? That means that her movement speed is reduced because of difficult terrain. So again, something worth paying attention to. Oh, there's a clamshell there. Let's get it. Cool. Okay. Let's keep going. Let's go up here. I can't get into that because it's like, well, I could try and lockpick it, but I feel like I need a friend to help me out with that, honestly. Let's go this way first, I think. Friend! Friend! Should we go and talk to him? What do you think? Yeah, I think we should go and talk to him.
Hello? Over here. Hey! I need some help.
Okay, well, I think we should help him. Like, what could possibly go wrong? He looks very trustworthy.
Hurry. I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Again, she's not very smart right now. My instinct is, this guy seems a bit shifty. This feels like a trap. But she's small brain, so she's going to go, easily, stand back.
There. Can you see it?
Just a dumb boar. You're relieved until you see the flash of a dagger.
Sir, excuse me, is this how you say hello to a lady? If this is a robbery, you're off to a bad start, elf. One more step and I'll make you eat that knife. She's a cleric of Illustry. She's a good person. She's gonna say, put it away. We don't need to fight.
Don't we? I saw you on the ship. Free, scuttling about. You're in league with them, aren't you? Those tentacle... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light, the fear.
What was that? What's going on?
He's a bit sus, this guy. There's something about him. I don't know. There's can't quite figure it out yet, but so he's prowling through those dark city streets. I don't know. Okay, what was that? What's going on? Put the knife away and I will tell you everything.
I'm not an idiot. It has to be those tentacled monsters. Something they did. They took you too. I saw it during whatever just happened. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
Apologies accepted. So I don't think you can actually get Astarion aboard the Mind Flayer ship. If I'm wrong on that, if you know where to find him when you're on the ship, let me know. But I've looked around quite a lot and I don't think he can. I think he just says that, so let me know. Apology accepted. I might have done the same were the roles reversed.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me.
Tell him your name and your entire life story.
My, you've been busy. So, did you learn anything about these worms while wandering the ship?
I did, actually. Yes, unfortunately. They'll turn us into Mind Flayers.
Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect?
He doesn't want to be a monster. He's a good boy. It means no harm.
Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time.
Control it? We need to get rid of it. I don't want to say that. I want you to travel with me. You should travel with me or else the best together. I want to do that one there. I feel like that's about like a bit of extra dialogue. Control it? We need to get rid of it.
Well, yes, of course. But first things first.
You should travel with me. Our odds are better together.
You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And anyone that can crash a Mind Flayer ship and walk away seems like a good person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
I love him. Astarion fan club, here we are. I love all the characters. I think they're great. I think the character creation, like the narratives, the stories, the personal kind of wants and desires and fears of all the characters, I find them incredibly engaging, and I'm very protective over every single one of them. I'm trying to do a bad playthrough as well, kind of off camera, like the Dirge playthrough, and I'm still kind of like, I protect my children. I don't know, like Astarion, he has a vibe. In terms of phrase that they use, like sticking with the herd, it's like, excuse me, am I the herd? Am I a sheep? Like, why would you use a phrase like that, you know? So he's definitely giving me creepy vibes. Shadowheart is shady in a different way. Shadowheart is like, I have shady secrets and this secret artifact. Astarion is kind of like, I'm a monster and I'm not going to tell you why. I'm the wolf in sheep's clothing. So yeah, he's interesting, but we can immediately level him up because all the characters kind of level more or less in line with each other. So yeah, let's jump in and level up Astarion, the Pale Elf. I do, one drawback that I do have, one criticism that I do have of Baldur's Gate is that some of the characters can be a little samey. Some of the companions, for example, you end up with 2 druids in your party at one point, and you don't end up with any bards, any, what else? No bards. No sorcerers unless you're the sorcerer or the bard. So it'd be nice to have more of a full range. You can get kind of like bonus companions, I guess, but they don't have any like dialogue or anything like that. You also end up with like 2 elves because you've got like Shadowheart, Astarion. Like if you're an elf, that's another elf. So I think, and you don't end up with like any of the smaller characters, so any of like the halflings or anything like that, the gnomes, like anything like that. So I do think they could have made the companions a little bit more diverse, but having said that, I love them all so much, and so I also wouldn't change a thing about them. I just kind of wish there was a couple more companions to kind of cover those bases. For example, you do meet a bard at one point who is adorable, and like I really feel like she should be a companion, and yet you can't get her to join your camp. So just a few things like that where I wish like there was a little bit more. I don't know. Let's keep going. So anyway, so we can level him up to level 2 rogue, but I was talking about min-maxing. See, the thing is with rogue, we do, if we keep leveling him up as a rogue, we do get an opportunity to get him an extra bonus action. But I also like to give them, like, if I go to fighter right now, if he gets to level 2 fighter, he gets a bonus action. So what do I want to do here? Because I like the idea of making him a fighter. Like, as well, you don't get any monks as well in your party. Right, I do like the idea of him being like a rogue fighter. So I have multi-classed him as well as a bard at one point, because I think Astarion as a bard with like things like Vicious Mockery is so much fun. What do I want to do? And a warlock as well. I've kind of made him a warlock with like the Archfey as his patron, because he's Fey, right? But maybe I want to stick with rogue for now. Maybe I want to stick with rogue until we get him that bonus action, like the bonus action. And then we'll switch and give him some classes in fighter as well, because this is useful. It does give him cunning action, hide as a bonus action, and dash as a bonus action, where normally they're in action. We can do those as a bonus action, so that's useful. I'm gonna do that. Overthink it. Strategy, guys, it's a thing. Now, again, talking about strategy, there's a reason why I didn't open that box with a lockpick kit or anything earlier, because Astarion's really good at lockpicking, so he's the guy who's going to be doing all that. So Astarion, let's head back down the way we came, I guess. Before we do that, though, I want to kind of go. So this is Astarion's pod.
Time to press ahead.
So this is where his pod got kind of like flung from the ship as it was crashing, and that's how he broke his way out. Oh, how did you get over there? Oh, the boars just ran away from us. Right, again, I can, because I'm a little druid person, as a ritual, which means it's not a spell slot, I can speak with the animals. And this is like, if I show you, this is until I long rest. So I can cast this once and do it like the entire day. So I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. And we're going to go ahead and talk to this boar.
A quick word.
Away! Away!
Calm down, I won't hurt you.
You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears.
Oh.
But not me!
Good for you, good survival instincts. You did almost get ate by a party of hungry people, but
I'll take that.
well done. Also, Shadow Heart approval from that little dialogue, so we love to see it. I find it quite hard to get Astarion's approval. He kind of approves more if you're a bit mean to people, and I'm not that way inclined usually, so yeah, Astarion approval might be a little bit tricky. Now, we can get down here to this little cave, which again is something that I didn't discover for ages. I'd probably done this little section so many times, and then I was playing with my eldest, and they were like, I'm gonna go and check the beach, and I was like, what beach? And there's like a little thing you can get down here, so let's jump down. Again, there's just so much. Every time I play it, I discover something new. So let's run over here, jump across. Oh, I don't need to, I can just run through it, I think. There we go, okay. Is there anything that we could look at around here? Can everybody just huddle?
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock.
I'm glad somebody had a brain. Who was that? Was that Shadowheart who noticed that? Oh no, it was me! I had a big brain moment. Okay, move the rock. Good thing I'm strong, right? And there's a little cute chest. And this is going to give us more potions of speed, so more actions. Oh my god, I can't believe I didn't... Again, I can't believe I didn't realise the potions of speed give you an extra action. That's so cool. And what we can do as well is if we can actually throw this on the ground... I believe. I think maybe there might be a way to like throw it on the ground in between us so we all get a bonus action on our turn. I don't know. I have to experiment with that. What's this book? Oh, I just... Hang on. What have we got here? Harper map. The stained ragged map has passed through countless hands. A little heart marks an area called Moonrise Towers and a small inky crescent sketched in a nearby forest. Below the crescent is a more recent scroll. Cache. Okay, so that might actually show us where some buried treasure is at some point. I don't know. The harpers are really interesting. Let's have a look at this. A tattered collection of reports held together with a moon and harp seal. There is frequent mention of a sacrilegious activity among a local Selûnite sect. So the harpers are very interesting. We are definitely going to come back around and meet some of them in the future. And we've got some cool stuff as well. Like we've got a ruby that we can sell. It's a shame it doesn't cost as much as like a D&D ruby, because I have a ruby in D&D and it's worth like 5,000 gold pieces or something. So unfortunately not worth quite as much. Can I pick this up though? I can. Okay, at this point I think we can send things to camp as well. So yeah, there we go. Let's send that to camp. Beautiful. I could also like Astarion. Listen, it's a very sunny day. Like, look at that sunshine up there. Like, you are going to get so sweaty and uncomfortable and hot out in that broad daylight. So I think what we should do is just go ahead and like switch you out into your camp clothes. I think that I like the kind of like a piratey look of this. And again, I like, you know, Shadowheart's just wearing a little white shirt. So this looks a little bit more casual. I like this. Okay, let's keep going.
Should mind my step.
So again, I'm trying to keep it realistic. I don't want to be too cheaty. I like the idea of them, you know, maybe they've took off a few layers, took up a few pieces of armor perhaps, you know, and, you know, they're trying to be a bit more comfortable as we kind of like exploring and adventuring. I wish I could jump like that. Power jump. Ooh. So let's keep going. So there's a reason why I didn't open that chest before, because Astarion has good lockpicking skills. So let's make our way back down. Rather than me wasting lockpick kits with my multiple attempts and fails, we can just grab Astarion and he can do this for us. So lockpick.
Let's crack it open.
So you can see he's got all these bonuses. He's got like a +3 to dexterity. He's got a proficiency bonus in sleight of hand proficiency and expertise as well. So he's just so good at this. And as a bonus, we can both give him guidance. So I'm going to guide Astarion. It's only a DC of 5, so fingers crossed we should get this. The only way he could fail would have been if he rolled it a 1, which is an automatic fail. But yeah, look at that, 26. And we're only level 2. It's crazy. He's so good at lockpicking.
Still breathing.
So it is really good to kind of recruit all the characters and all the companions, because, you know, different people have different skills and it can help you navigate the game in different ways. So we've got a strange helmet, which gives us a plus to dexterity saving throws. I don't necessarily think I want to put that on anybody, but good to know if we need it. If we get into like a difficult fight, maybe we can stick that on someone. Maybe Gale. Okay, speaking of which, you didn't hear me say anything. Let's make our way up this way with our new companion. Actually, do you know what? In this beautiful lighting, I want to talk to Shadowheart and see what she thinks of Astarion.
Astarion's an interesting find. Let's hope any future acquaintances don't hold a blade to your throat by way of introduction.
I mean, he definitely made an impression. Okay, we've done that. We don't need to do anything else there. Let's talk to Astarion again, though.
Yes?
Yes. He's so flirty. Tell me about yourself.
Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Okay. People are a bit secretive. They're not really sharing much, are they, at this point? Noble, lest ye be judged. I'm inspired because I'm a noble. I'm like, oh, you're a magistrate. Well, I'm from a noble household too. Okay, what do we have up here? Let's keep exploring. Oh, another dead mind player. Let's get him. All these potions of speed. I can't believe I've been missing out on this. I can't believe I overlooked this feature. That is crazy to me. You get so many. Okay. Where do I want to go next then? Probably up there, I think. Is there anything else around here? Not sure. Let's go up this way.
Footprints. There may be even more that survived the crash.
Okay. What's this here? It looks like one of our waypoints.
Goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
Like, it looks like one of the waypoints, right? But definitely seems to be something wrong with it.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Let's touch it.
You approach the
What could go
sigil on
wrong?
the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
Touch it, touch it, touch it. Touch the sigil. She looks so angry and offended.
A hand? Anyone?
We are a sorcerer, so we should be able to use our inherent knowledge of magic in this moment. I don't want to do strength. I am not strong. That could go horribly, horribly wrong. I've got sorcerer and charisma, or cleric and wisdom. Let flow some words of prayer to soothe the sigil's magic. I feel like sorcery is my strong point in this moment. Attune yourself to the sigil's magic and then bid it to quiet down. That feels like how I want to go with this. Okay, fingers crossed. Oh, let's guide us. I'm going to use Shadowheart to guide me, and I'll guide everybody else because I like my wife guiding me here. So yeah, that gives me a plus D4 to the ability check. Amazing. Let's go.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick. Oh. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this.
I love Gale so much. He's definitely a bit of a comedy character. He's so nice. He's so polite, but he's also a little bit bad at kind of like social skills and reading the room, which I think is very relatable. Yeah, I really like him. He's funny though. He can offend you without meaning to. She would say, I love the joke answer. Like, I'm usually better at this, at introductions, at not wasting the time of passing adventurers. Certainly hope so. I'm going to say, no need to apologise. Are you all right?
A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well.
Never mind the Nautiloid. How did you get stuck in that stone?
I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall?
See, I thought maybe for a minute he helped us because somebody saved us, right? With like magics. So maybe it was him, but apparently not. He's like, how did you survive? So that implies that he didn't. I attribute it to divine intervention. Maybe it was Illustory who saved us.
It is a valuable commodity to be favored so by the gods. But even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region. Were you not?
I couldn't have phrased it more repellently myself. That feels offensive. I don't want to say that. I'm just going to say, go on.
The insertee we speak of, this parasite? Are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceremorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. So, speaking about divine intervention, you don't happen to be a cleric, by any chance, do you? Doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most,
Rude.
no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them.
Well, I'm a cleric indeed, but I'm afraid the power to remove this parasite eludes me. I can't cure us. Sorry.
As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
He's talking to me like I'm 5. Like, why is everybody my parent in this game? Sounds like a plan. You're welcome to join me.
Most excellent. A parasite shared is a parasite halved. Or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to return the favor.
I love him so much. He's so sweet. So the first time that I played a full playthrough, I romanced Shadowheart. My current playthrough, I'm romancing Gale, and I'm doing another playthrough as well as a Dark Urge playthrough where I'm trying to romance everybody basically, but particularly Astarion because I find him so hard to kind of gain approval. When I'm talking about approval, what's up with his profile? I don't know. He's looking very something there. When I say approval, if we go to the character sheets, you can see down here how much people like you basically. So Shadowheart, we've been hanging out with her for a while. Her relationship's kind of neutral. It's a little bit better than everybody else's, but Astarion, neutral. Gale, neutral. Nobody's particularly a big fan either way of anyone else at this point. Just hold on there a second, Gale. I just want to see what Shadowheart thinks of you.
I've heard you can't get blood from a stone, but apparently you can get a wizard from one. Gale seems interesting.
I love the commentary about like what they think of each other. Okay. What does Astarion think of Gale?
So, we've picked up a wizard who managed to get stuck in his own portal. Hardly a promising introduction.
Okay. Gale, tell me more about yourself.
You're not versed in magic, are you?
Excuse me, I am a cleric and a sorcerer. I can do so many different types of magic that you wouldn't possibly believe, that you've never even dreamed of, that you've never experienced, Gale. Why don't you let me show you? He's a little bit, again, unintentionally offensive, but if you're playing as like a sorcerer, like wizard sorcerer, they have good banter. Of course I am. I have as much magic in me as you.
Oh, I do apologize. I meant to ask, are you studied in magic? Namely, are you a wizard? Which you are not. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter I'd like to seek advice on from a master.
Tell me more. I think that's all we're getting from him from right now. Right, we've got the gang's all here. We've got the crew together. So I don't want to do anything major right now, but let's level Gale up because he's like 8 hit points. Bless him. He's like us back on the beach. So let's level him up. I also want to kind of change his look a little tiny bit, just a few tweaks. Now, if any of you have seen my TikTok, you're gonna know exactly what kind of tweak I'm gonna make to Gale, and I have no regrets. In fact, let's do it right away. So let's prioritize the thing that Gale needs the most. Because I don't, this whole scruff thing, it doesn't, like, I love the idea of it. I don't necessarily think that like, aesthetically, they've got that kind of scruff quite right. You know, like the stubble, it kind of looks a bit patchy. It's a bit of a weird colour. So what I'm going to do for our sweet baby Gale is I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm just going to change the colour of his skin as well, because like Shadowheart, with that cool skin tone, it looks a bit too pinky for my liking. So I'm just going to go ahead. He's got cool tone 5, so I'm going to give him neutral tone 5. There we go. I actually kind of like him to have a bit of a tan, but yeah, we're going to go with that. Confirm. And then I'm going to go to facial hair and give him the most important thing that he needs, which is a nice moustache. Is that the one I want to give him, or that one? That's the one I want to give him. Amazing. Okay, I kind of, should I keep his hair like this? I think I will. I kind of like the idea of kind of making his hair a little bit darker though, actually. Like a darker shade of brown. Yeah, let's go ahead and confirm that. And greying, I'm going to go greying brown. Again, it just makes his moustache look a little bit better and his eyebrows look a little bit better. And his highlights, I think I'm going to kind of keep maybe some grey, you know, like that kind of like wizard look. We'll keep the slightly blondish ones. I think that's kind of the effect that I'm going for. I might just dial it down a little bit so it's not quite so much. And there we go. That is my Gale. We love him. Let me know what you think about Gale's moustache in the comments below. Do you think it's an improvement? Would you do something different? Let me know. We can also change his hair at some point, but for now, I think this suits that kind of like fresh off the beach look. So we're going to confirm. Let's also level him up. Oh, so amazing. We get to actually choose his subclass. I kind of like the idea of like trolling him by multi-classing as a storm sorcerer. Maybe I'll do that, maybe not. The moustache looks very blonde when I zoom out. That could be quite fun. But yeah, there's so many different classes we could choose. We could choose necromancy. There's a lot of opportunities to do necromancy in the game, which is really fun. But I like, because he's called Gale, he feels like he should be like storms to me. So he's currently evocation. You are known as an evoker, striding unharmed. Unharmed sounds good. He's a bit of a glass cannon normally. He hits hard, but he also goes down easily. Striding unharmed through the unfettered chaos you call. Learning evocations, scrolls from call. Abjuration is cool because that's like nullifying magic. Right, what does everything give us? Arcane Ward. Arcane Ward is so helpful. That actually allowed you to kind of like protect yourself from harm, and also like you can project it onto other people, so you can save companions from harm as like a reaction. So I might actually take that. And learning okay. What else do we get? So what's this? Sculpt spells, necromancy, I don't want that. Conjuration, which means you can conjure things. Transmutation, experimental alchemy. Hypnotic gaze. I don't think divination. I'm going to go with abjuration. I really, really like arcane ward, so that's what I'm going to choose for him. And then we get to pick his spells. And does he have any cantrips? I guess not. No, because he doesn't have natural magic like me, the sorcerer. So I guess he only gets... Does he really not have cantrips? What? Oh no, prepare. He will do. No, maybe not. Wow. Okay. Okay, what spells do I want him to have? Magic Missile, again, super handy. You've seen me using that. And Ice Knife. But I also kind of like him to have Find Familiar. I really want him to have Find Familiar because he's a cat person. So I can like get him a little cat buddy. I like Ice Knife. I like elemental spells for Gale, so things like Ice Knife or you know, blizzard type things. I really like that for him. I think it's like in keeping with his whole theme, so I'm gonna go with that, which is a shame because I really want him to have Magic Missile. Wait, I can prepare spells. Oh no, I don't have Magic Missile as an option. Sad times. But you can learn spells. The bonus of having a wizard is you can actually learn spells from spell scrolls. So any scrolls that we find, Gale can just, if he's at the right level, he can just learn them and have so many spells, and he can swap them out at any time. As sorcerer, you can't change your spells out, like unless you kind of leveling up, but like you can just go to your spell book as a wizard and just change the spells depending on what fight is coming up next. What spells do I want? I want Find Familiar, I want Ice Knife, Witch Bolt. You've seen me using that, it is quite handy. Thunder Wave's also quite handy. Mage Armor could come in really useful for Gale. I also like Grease because you can do that and then like set it on fire, but you can also find Grease bottles. So do I want the spell or do I want to just use the bottles? Oh, the pressure of choosing Gale's spells is too much. Fog Cloud as well. I don't think I'll use Fog Cloud because that means it's good for like if you want to sneak through something, but also it can trigger off like other enemies' reactions. It makes sense for him to have the lightning damage, and I can get Grease from Grease bottles, so I'm going to give him Witch Bolt. I think I'm happy with that. There's also Sleep, but I don't use Sleep that much. I don't find it as useful as like it sounds like it would be. That's my Gale. That's what I'm going for. Also, on top of that, I also want to get him to change his clothes. He has these cool robes on, but I've got everybody having this like cute beachwear look. So what do we want to put him in? So currently he has this on, which looks to me a bit like pajamas. So I think we can definitely improve on that. So let's try these on him. I've got these two shirts from the pirate backpack. No, that's too similar to what Shadowheart's wearing. How about this one? There we go. That's nice. I like that for him. We'll go with that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Cute. We like it. I wish I had more like camp boots, but I don't. Okay, cool. Yeah, the bonus as well of like having the mods is you can have camp boots, which normally you get these like stupid slippers, which I don't love. Okay, all right, cool. That is what Gale is going to be wearing for now. So what do you think? What do you think of my modified Gale? Let me know in the comments down below. I think he looks hot. I think he looks good. Let's talk to him. You can get a good look at him now.
How can I help?
I think he looks great. Tell me more about yourself.
Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, City of Splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional accomplishment. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There.
See, I told you he was a cat person. Don't stop there. You must have so many stories to tell about your adventures as an archmage. I feel like she's indulging him a little bit. Oh no, I like this. I want to know about I want to know about more than your hobbies. Can't you tell me something about the real you? I mean, your hobbies are the kind of things you're into, so...
Certainly. That I have a great respect for privacy, for instance, especially my own.
You're gonna get on well with Shadowheart then. I love that he's like privacy, and then you can try peering into his mind. If he won't open up, you'll sneak in. I am not doing that because that's gonna upset him. Okay, fine, cool. That's it. That's what we've got going for us. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you're enjoying, and stick around, and yeah, we'll keep exploring. We'll keep seeing what we can find. I'm very excited. But yeah, the gang's all here. The crew's all here. So yeah, I think we're doing really, really well. I think we'll go and check out the ruins next. And maybe explore a little bit like what's on the other side of the Nautiloid. We need to keep looking for Lysel. We still don't know where she is. But yeah, this feels like a good place to stop for now. So, bye, friend.
Let's go. I'm about to go off like a weapon. Fuel to the top, got a filled up engine. In my thoughts, obsession. I will not stop, no, I'm never second guessing. I got a God complex. Haters love to hate, but I never feel pressed. Got a lot on my plate, but I never get stressed. I'll take all the pressure like I'm acing this test. Tear it up like I'm Jason. I see the world like it's ready for the taking. I see this place like a game I'm playing. Straight to the bank to collect my payments. No negotiations, it's my way, I was born impatient. And like a damn Freemason, I'll run this nation. They call me a